Howdy, I'm B. Let me welcome you to the Beer Snobs Radio Show. We're a bunch of friends who are not experts, but we know we like in beer. Our definition of a beer snob is someone who just won't drink craft beer. So sit back and listen to us blind review beers on the Beer Snobs Radio Show.
Calling all beer snobs. How you guys doing tonight? I am B, and to my left is
Professor.
right next to him,
Damon.
across the table.
Big Rob.
Welcome back, guys. With the expansion of so many local breweries in our area, I mean, we're really, really lucky. I got finished talking to a guy from Florida. He tells me that the closest brewery he has to him is an hour away, and you can't get decent craft beer. So being in California, actually being in the IE in California, we have such a wonderful selection of local craft beer. So I want to ask, what's your favorite local craft beer right now? Please don't say Hangar 24 because we all have been to Hangar 24. You probably should have something else. Maybe, I know D has a place he's going to say. And
Why don't we say at the same time? 1, 2, 3.
I Brewing.
No one asked you to talk, bitch.
Listen, asshole, I'll give my opinion.
Okay, try this again. 1, 2, 3. I Brewing. Yeah. I is amazing, beautiful, love their beers, great guys, great place. If you're ever in the Chino Hills area, go down there, check it out. It's a stone's throw from CC's Pizza, and you'll want to eat after you have some great beers.
You know, the thing I love
Just
about,
make sure you got a designated driver because you'll want to drink a lot.
the thing I love about I is that I is complete small batch, which means that the beer you had one week will not be the same beer you had the next week. So they only brew small batches of beer.
They do big ones sometimes, just like when there's something that they really like, they'll make plenty of it.
Yeah.
But they make it small because they're mostly selling it out of that location.
And I love the fact that basically it's just two old guys who love reggae and beer, and you can sit there and drink and listen to reggae all day long with them. It's
servers
awesome.
servers are like nice, really nice girls. All the guys that work there are really cool. It's just a friendly place. You can get yourself a beer glass, get it engraved. They'll keep it in the back for you, and you can always have a beer with your name on it whenever you come in.
See, that's the best part about having local breweries who do nice local things like that for us. Rob, what about you?
See, we have so many local breweries out here. I like finding the local bars that serve multiple ones and just going and having a smorgasbord of beers.
There's no brewery in particular that you would like to at least give some credit to?
Well, the one he said not to.
He loves Hangar 24.
I
you
love Hangar 24.
Well, there you go. You're done.
If you want to expand on Hangar 24, go right ahead.
They're awesome guys. Go ahead.
They're awesome guys, and I think it's one of the best breweries out there, like, period. I have not found a beer from them that I have not liked. Even styles I don't normally like, I enjoy from them.
Have you been to their actual brewery
Yes.
and experience?
And the experience is fun. It's an interesting thing. It's neat. You know, it's an actual hangar that you're hanging out in, and having all kinds of beers. And they have their flights, which is buying all their beers in little tasters, and so you can just taste everything.
Here, I'm going to softball this one for you. They have anything special you can only get at the brewery?
Absolutely, they have the chocolate porter on nitrous.
That's one of my favorite beers to get there, honestly.
Oh my God,
That sounds good.
You could drink it all night long.
Yeah, it is. The chocolate porter is a really good beer, but on nitrous, it is amazing.
And when they say nitrous, they mean it's carbonated by nitrous. They don't mean that you drink
Take
the
a
beer
hit.
and then take hits of nitrous off a
Why
balloon.
not?
Off
Why
of a
not?
balloon. That's not what they mean.
That would be the
Oh,
best
that'd be
brewery
fucking
ever.
great.
But I imagine
I want to
somebody-
do that brewery.
But imagine some of you guys are going to do it, but just
Shotgun
realize
beer.
it's wrong kind of nitrous there that you're thinking of.
Professor, what about you?
And don't say fucking Sam Adams because they're in Boston.
No. You said Hangar 24. I'm with Rob. You know, the time I went with B, I had a good
You
time.
can't even think of an
I
original.
don't
There's so
know,
many freaking
because-
breweries in this area. You can't think of one different than him.
Listen, you guys talk about I and
You
I.
guys
I
both went on I and I.
No,
and
No,
this
that was just me.
two-
He was just adding to it.
I didn't give a shit. You know what? I like it that it's right across from a cable airport. I like seeing planes take off. The family style seating kind of bugs me. I don't like people around me. But beer was good. I want to go to I and I. I've never been there. I want to try it.
We'll go sometime.
Here it is, guys.
And we'll go to CC's after.
And then you can do Dale Brothers. Dale Brothers actually has a really nice place right now. That's by Cable Airport. Next to Dale Brothers, less than a mile away.
You actually make Dale Brothers.
Yeah.
So, hey, the professor's answer was actually Dale Brothers. He's just an idiot.
The cool thing about Dale Brothers is they'll fill up any growler you bring. They'll fill it up. They don't have no issues with filling up growlers, which is awesome. And then you got Claremont Craft Ales, which is less than a mile away from Dale. They have really good beer, and it's in a little industrial park. You never thought of it. I mean, up in Victorville, there's actually a Oak Hills Brewing. They make a mango Heffenweizen that's not bad. It's awesome to see all.
So on the way up to Vegas.
Yeah, it's awesome to see all these little breweries out here just kicking ass, taking names. And I think we just opened a brand new one, Alasta, over in Laverne, and they're doing new brews too.
Awesome.
The
more the better.
It really is. I mean, competition is going to breed the best of the beers, and that's the best thing about it.
No matter how hard we try, though, how hard Southern California tries, there's never going to be beer on around every corner like there is in fucking Seattle. 10 feet.
No, we're getting there. We're
beer,
getting there.
No. You don't understand, bro. How many beers are we going in a 1 mile square radius?
We had 5 breweries in a 1 mile square radius.
I said we are getting
glorious.
there. We are getting there. This area is primed for craft breweries in little industrial districts. Like we're not there, but we're going to be there probably in 10 years. If craft brew continues to grow, craft beer grows at this rate, we will be there.
I think craft beer is going to grow no matter what, and I think it's going to be just for all of our benefit to have great beer whenever we want, and make it really local, really fresh, and it'd be awesome.
Absolutely.
So, beer number 1.
Beer number 1.
Okay, there we go.
Smell coffee.
I smell coffee, like espresso.
What do you say?
Really dark.
I smell the coffee too. Yeah,
really dark.
I'll leave it to
coffee
you two.
smell.
I could taste the coffee. Wow,
that's really good.
It is good, but that's all I can taste is the coffee.
Nice.
Yeah, you're right.
There's nothing else to it.
It's a nice porter. A real nice porter.
Oatmeal?
I don't think oatmeal.
I just taste coffee, and I taste coffee, and probably porter. It's not interesting. It's good for what it is, but it's not. It's really not interesting.
It's one of those that we've had many times. It's a well done version of what it is, but it's not. It doesn't have any extra intriguing.
It has no oomph
to it. Right.
It has no oomph. It has no bite. It's just porter coffee, which better than a lot of crap you can find out there. It's all right for what it is, but I mean,
Professor?
No, they nailed it.
Okay, you guys ready for the reveal? That was a quick ass review.
That was a quick ass review.
Well, I mean, how many times have we done something this though?
Coffee,
if you
porter.
Think about it, exactly.
Coffee, porter. Boom.
That's
it.
Refine it only so much.
Let's see what it is. Let's get the reveal. Black Butte Porter.
Wow.
From Deschutes.
We've had this before.
Went to the brewery.
No, Black
infamously known as from the Old Hef review as the Black Butt. The Black Butt Porter.
No, the Black Butte is one we did in the first.
No, it was second incarnation.
Second incarnation.
Back when Hef was on the show all the time.
And back then, we all thought it was a fantastic beer.
Yeah.
But we've had so many different beers and had our experience and our taste buds broadened to the point that this is now more or less average to us.
It's either that or the fact that it was kind of cold, and cold temperature will affect the flavor. It will mute it slightly. It could be it, but I don't know. It was okay. But
no, I've had Black Butte.
I've had Black Butte
a
before,
couple months ago, and it's not as good as I remember, simply because my taste buds have broadened.
Or temperature.
I think broaden. Black Butte Porter, Deschutes Brewery. With the dark beer as our first and flagship brand, Black Butte defined Deschutes as a radical player. A slight hop bitterness up front enhances the distinctive chocolate and roasted finish. It is prized for its creamy mouthfeel and intense, complex flavors. I'm with Rob. I really just sometimes I worry about us as the snobs because we've been doing this so long. So we've seen most things that can be put in front of us. So we're now coming from a position of knowledge to review. So we have the knowledge and experience behind it. I don't know how effective we're going to be to people who are just drinking.
Honestly, I let it sit. I took a sip, let it sit, and I just drank the rest of it, and it tasted better than the first sip. I really think it's the temperature, but
that's a part of it. But Again, I've had it recently to myself, and it's not as good as it was years ago. Simply because our taste buds have broadened, we have changed. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. None of us are saying this is a bad beer.
No.
This is a
Not
darn
at all.
good beer. It's just
Been
doesn't
done.
have any extra oomph to
I'm just saying I'm just trying to reiterate a point for people out there who actually want to taste their beer. Don't make it ice cold. It's a mistake. Ice cold beer was meant for crappy beer. It's meant for your Budweisers and your Coors and your regular Millers because you're not supposed to taste them. You're just supposed to knock them back. You're supposed to get drunk. That's the point. Beers like this, serve it chilled from room temperature, and you'll get a lot more flavor out of it. And I think honestly, I think we've all been at a loss at this beer because of it. My opinion doesn't have to be shared by everybody, but I think it could have been slightly better. And it's good, but it could have been slightly better had it been not as cold.
Beer number 2.
beer number 2.
Okay, I love the smell on this one.
I like the color. It's an
Most-
interesting color. It's almost pinkish.
Not a lot of head, but a lot more than the last one.
Good piney smell, light.
Good piney smell.
I would say in the pale category.
Oh, probably
possibly.
got to be an IPA.
Yeah.
With a hop smell like that,
Oh, there we go. There we go. Yeah, I didn't.
We're in a
scroll enough.
goddamn
Yeah,
pine
yeah,
forest with
yeah,
this beer.
yeah.
Oh no, that is nice.
But there's a slight citrus, like grapefruit. Right in that
Yeah, it's a
smell.
grapefruit taste.
well, they're usually a good IPA will have a hint of citrus in it.
Well, it's
This
not
one
just
is-
citrus. That's grapefruit. That's
Well, that would be a
you,
citrus.
You can pick out the citrus. I'm saying.
Yeah,
You can
it is pretty. Yeah, it is pretty obvious.
You can also taste, the pininess from the hops in this. You really can.
You can, and it's not all that. It's not all that hoppy.
No.
This is a real mellow,
Yeah.
real enjoyable IPA.
It's good.
Goddamn IPA hipsters! I swear to God.
No, it's a little heavy. My personal preference for IPAs are well blended ones. This one, it's close. It's close to what I consider a really great IPA, but not quite.
Oh, this is something that I think you really can enjoy on a summer day. This is something that kicking in your backyard, hanging out with somebody's. This is a real enjoyable, relaxing beer.
It's just a little excessive on the hops, in my opinion. As far as
Oh,
the
I
blending.
found it
say-
really
as far as
mellow.
the blending, it wasn't mellow. It wasn't really. I don't mean mellow. I like blend. Not a good. Not. It's close. It's so close
Professor.
to being a really good
I'm,
blend.
I'm just keeping it simple. I'm calling Sierra Nevada. I'm also might saying like, this reminds me of the Torpedo IPA.
Really?
You know what kind of reminds me of that too?
Okay. You guys ready for the review?
Yeah.
Yes.
Go for
You're right on. It's an IPA, but it's a Big Sky IPA.
Oh, there we go.
Have we had that one
we
before?
knew. No,
No, we had the Moose Drool.
we knew.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we knew it was an IPA just by who.
It's
Yeah.
nice to have. Okay, now this is go back to Rob's last point on argument. It used to be that was way too hoppy for us. Now our taste buds have mellowed out or matured, and we can appreciate the hops here and there. It's more along the lines of how long we've been tasting beer and how long we've been doing this for that we can now have that. I mean, the progression of a beer drinker, you should go from mostly the reds and the browns, and then progress into hoppier, bitter, more complex flavors. And as you can see from this show, the hops are not are not that impressive to us to some people, and some people it still is way too hoppy for what a beer can be. It's nice to see how far we can come personally when we taste a beer.
Let me clarify something. I wasn't saying that this was too hoppy. I was saying it wasn't blended well enough. Where I've had beers that were too hoppy. This is not it. It was just too pronounced in the blend. That's what I'm saying. There's a slight difference in that description from being too hoppy. This is not too hoppy.
I don't think he was saying that this beer is too hoppy. I think he was saying in general that down the line.
Well, no, he's saying
past
some of
we-
us. He
it
was saying
may
some of
have
us thought
been.
it was great, and some of us thought it was too much. I thought that was a reference to me, and I was just trying to clarify that wasn't what I was saying. Once you start really getting into tasting, you'll probably get what I'm saying. But the difference between being too much of an ingredient or just being too pronounced in a blend, because
See, and I still disagree with you. I did not find the hops too pronounced in that.
No.
I found the grapefruit. I found a little bit of a sour in an IPA, and that's what made me find it really interesting.
Well, the thing
especially
is,
on the finish.
I'm sure there's more ingredients than grapefruit and hops. That's what I'm
No,
thinking.
absolutely.
And I
Water.
couldn't taste any of them other than the grapefruit and the hops. And once he goes through the description, we'll hear all this other stuff that we didn't taste. Go ahead, B.
The Big Sky IPA from Big Sky Brewing Company. In Montana, many classic memories are made right after someone says, hold my beer and watch this. This bold, assertive moments deserve a bold and assertive beer. Big Sky IPA, distinct hot presence and malty backbone, will leave you refreshed and ready for your moment of glory. So hang on tight and enjoy the ride.
So no actual ingredient description?
No,
Not at all.
because it's grapefruit and hops.
But it is $1.49 a bottle. The last one was $1.99 a bottle.
Yeah.
So, for
All right, well, if it was just grapefruit and hops, you did your job. Yeah.
for the value of it, I think this is a really good IPA. I think this is a good IPA. I don't think it's a starter IPA, but I think it's a nice IPA that you might want to start. You use at the end of the night.
I would agree. Starter IPA if you're getting into what is known as the West Coast style. This is a nice, pleasant introduction before you go hardcore. I would say.
I can agree with that.
Something with more pronounced hops, and then when you get into the big boys, where it's just like, oh my god, the pine forest in my mouth.
Your mouth goes numb.
Yeah, you had a starting point, a jumping off point, and that would be the Big Sky.
Rob?
Well, I'm a fan of porters and stouts generally, and because of that, I think I'm going to have to go with the Big Sky because for me it was more interesting, and I really enjoyed the slight bit of sour taste to an IPA.
Professor.
I agree. I'm going to go with Big Sky as well. The sour taste was definitely good in the finish, but it was perfect. It was just the finish of the beer, and thank God it wasn't something that was in the beginning that would definitely ruin the taste and your, thought on the beer. Smooth taste from the start, slight grapefruit, little sweetness with a sour finish. It was good.
Damon?
Are we choosing the beer of show for ourselves? Yeah. I'm going to be the rebel and say Black Butte. Just because, like I said, I prefer my IPAs well blended. I think the Black Butte was too cold, but for what it was at that temperature, it was pretty good. So I'll be the rebel. Deschutes Black Butte.
All right. Looks like Big Sky IPA has won for the beer of the night. But I'm in agreement with everything that was said tonight. I mean, everything you talk about these beers, these are both really good beers.
They are.
These are not shit beers. No, they're beers that I think they're beers that everybody should try.
They're both high quality.
Yeah, this was not an easy decision.
Yeah, this sucks. Like the past couple shows have been like really shitty beers, and now we get two like really good ones that would have won easily, either one versus those others. So,
well, I'm B from the Beer Snobs, and I'll see you at the bar.
Later on.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Peace out.
Calling all beer snobs, I am B, and you just heard one of our shows. Guess what else you can do? You can find us on the interwebs at Twitter, Facebook, G+, and we're on the Stitcher Radio Network. Be our friend on our social networks to find out what we're up to and find interesting beer articles we're releasing. If you want to advertise with the Beer Snobs, you can contact us at marketing@thebeersnobs.com. If you want to give us beer suggestions, you can find us at info@thebeersnobs.com or any of the social networks you can reach us. And as always, I'll see you at the bar.